to Bless Bee's coconut oil beware video. And for a lot of us who have seen her video, we know what the video is about. It is about coconut oil, and there is a beware part about it in a funny way. I really like Bless Bee. She's really sweet. I like watching her channel. But for me, my coconut oil response is that please beware of coconut oil on your scalp. For a year and a half maybe, for some reason I couldn't figure out what was going on with my scalp. I've never in my life ever had dandruff problems. I've never had a problem when I would touch my scalp or say, oh, let me just rub my scalp real quick, that it would hurt. It hurt so bad. It was excruciating. It was excruciating. Do you hear me? That stuff is so horrible. And everybody may not get the same effects that I did, but it really tore my scalp up. I had sores in my head, on my scalp. It felt like bugs were eating my scalp alive, and I couldn't do shit about it. I couldn't do shit about it. I was so angry. I couldn't figure out what was going on. When I found out what was going on, I almost immediately stopped using it. Almost immediately stopped using it. But I did stop using it, and immediately I did stop using it. And I decided to say, okay, no more coconut oil on my hair. I really did. And I have bottles of coconut oil in my cabinet that I can't use because it tears my scalp up. It felt like somebody had taken a knife. I took a knife and just put little scrapes throughout my scalp, especially in my crown area, here and here. It was just horrible. And I started getting dandruff. I've never had dandruff. I'm 28 years old. I've never had dandruff a day in my life until I started using coconut oil. And I figured, oh, you know, I had a baby, still breastfeeding, hormones are going wild. So I figured, hey, it's my hormones. It was not my hormones. And what tipped me off to it was another YouTuber who I like watching is Truth is Hair, I believe. Truth is Hair. And she said that, if a product is not working for you, if it's not working for you, stop using it. It shouldn't take you months in order to see some results or some difference in your hair. So I had to stop real quick to go with the children. So like I was saying, Truth is Hair said it shouldn't take months for you to see results in a product that on your hair. And also what tipped me off was my mother. My mother for the longest always told me, don't use coconut oil, we're not supposed to use coconut oil. She never gave me a reason why. And I had another friend who, once I told her my horror story of coconut oil, she goes, girl, I thought I told you not to be using coconut oil, because she ended up with like a lot of dandruff problems. She said her scalp was so super dry and so just horribly dry. And her mother said the same thing to her, and I've heard a lot of people tell me about coconut oil. And for the longest I thought, oh, it's coconut oil, it's oil, like what can it actually do to my hair? It's just oil. And my lips are getting a little dry, I'm gonna put a little more on my lips. And she goes, now, I'm thinking, what could be absolutely wrong with oil? You really have to be careful with all the oils that you put on your hair. If you're allergic to nuts, be careful with the nut oils and things of that nature. But I just couldn't fathom that coconut oil would be so horrible for my scalp. And I also found out what was so horrible for the ends of my hair, and that will be in another video. But yeah, so coconut oil, beware. There are, some side effects to coconut oil. Coconut oil is just For me, I can't even use coconut oil in a shampoo. If my hair haven't used a coconut oil for, you know, weeks or whatever, and I decided one day to go buy a shampoo that had coconut oil in it, and I go, oh well, it has coconut oil, well it's like the third to the last ingredient there in my hair, and I mean in the shampoo, not in my hair, in the shampoo. I said, oh, okay, it's just the third to the last, it shouldn't be that much. But my scalp immediately understood what was going on to it. Once again, it still felt that coconut oil. It was like, it tingled. It was a good tingle at first. So then I used it again. I was like, okay, maybe it's not that bad. It's just the shampoo has a nice tingle. And I tried it 3 different times, and by the third time, my scalp was right back where it was at before I stopped. It was back to burning and itching and very, very sensitive. My scalp was so sensitive. So to all my fellow YouTubers and natural sisters or sisters who are wondering why you have dandruff problems, check your oils that you're putting on your scalp. If you are putting any on your scalp, do not use coconut oil, please. It is terrible for your scalp. I'm going to find out more information about it, because I did run across one site that was talking about the chemical of within the coconut oil. So, but for me, that's my experience with coconut oil. I hope this helps you guys, and don't use coconut oil, or immediately start looking at the products that you're using and see what they're doing to your hair. And if you notice a big difference, like, just be careful as to what you put on your hair. That's what I have to say. So peace, beware, coconut oil.